Hello and a very warm welcome here to my channel Bastokiste. It's great to have you watching. I've got a new diesel heater here from the company Hcalory, the TC2S. This is a further development, so there was a similar device before, the predecessor model. There have been a few optimizations here. I'd like to introduce those to you in this video, of course. Also, check the video description. I've included a 15% discount coupon there, so you can get this thing, if you're interested, for an even better price. So take a look there. So I'd say let's take a detailed look at what this device can do. Enjoy. Now, before we look at the device itself, let's first see what accessories are included. So here are various hose clamps for the exhaust line, for the hot air line, and so on. The exhaust silencer is included. Here we have the exhaust air pipe where the warm air comes out. You can pull this out further. And here we have the exhaust. You can bend it, of course, however you need it. Yes, various cables are included. First, we have an extension cable here again. Then you can simply extend the controller that is positioned on top here, and you could then, if you wish, run it into your caravan while the device itself stays outside. That would be one possibility. Here we have the connection for 12 volt or 24 volt batteries. And it's nice to see here, this isn't a standard power plug like computers used to have, which you could also plug into 230 volts. No, it has this 2-pin plug. So there's no risk of mixing them up. That's also very important. And of course, we also have a power supply for indoor use with an EU plug, which is why it says EU on it. So there's the pot, it goes into the socket, and then we can run the diesel heater with it. That was the accessories, and now let's take a look at the device. So we have a nice steel housing here in a cool toolbox design. Here's our nice handle, making it quick and mobile for use, especially if you only use it for camping or go to, I don't know, a garden shed for the weekend where no heating is installed, and you can take it with you quickly. It's a really cool thing. Just grab the handle and off you go. So then we have here a side exhaust. That's always important if you really decide to get a device like this. Pay attention to where you want to put it and where the suitable exhaust is for you. Hcalory has several more of these diesel heaters, different types. I'll link a few more with different exhaust outlets. So when we open the device, as expected, we see here first the auxiliary heater. Here is the diesel pump. The diesel pump is supposed to be much quieter, so you can sleep next to the device. We'll listen to it later, of course, to see if that's actually the case. Here is the control cable, which I can also extend. I had just shown you, where is it? Here it is. This is the cable. I can extend it here. And then I can take this off. My control unit and can, of course, well, in my caravan, in my greenhouse, yeah, in my garden shed, I can extend the control unit this far and then control it from inside, and could leave the device outside, for example. So I have that option. So we have the filler neck here. There's also a small sieve in there, so you don't pour any impurities into the tank and get any blockages right away. Yes, 5 liters go in here into the device. With the 5 liters, I can operate the device for 42 hours in economy mode. That's really enormous. And I also have the option of controlling the device via an app via Bluetooth. And I also have this remote control here and can use it to turn the diesel heater on and off, and also raise and lower the temperature. So let's turn the device, and then we see here we have a nice fuel gauge on the outside, which always shows us the fill level. Practical too. You can always take a direct look at how much is still in there. Here is the outlet. This is where the warm air comes out. This is where the pipe is connected. And we have the aluminum heat exchanger here. The combustion chamber is efficiently built, which is why you get those 42 hours. With our 5 liters. Well, then I'd say everything's explained so far. This is the other side. Here is the air intake. This is where the plug goes to supply the device with power. And yeah, that's actually it. Then I'd say I'll connect everything now and then we'll see how the device runs. Well, I've filled the tank to the top now, so it's full. You can burn diesel or heating oil here. Heating oil is cheaper, of course. So now, as with any new diesel heater, you see here's my plastic hose, but of course it's still full of air. No diesel has reached it yet. And yeah, we have to prime it now until it's almost in the combustion chamber. So for that, I'm pressing both arrow keys here and holding them down. You watch right here to see what happens. So the pump is pumping. It's clicking a little bit. And I sincerely hope that at some point in the near future, the heating oil will finally arrive. I can see it already. It's slowly coming up from the tank. It should be coming through the pump any second now. You can hear it now. The pump already sounds a bit different. There's liquid in it now. Now you see it's already foaming a little bit there. And there comes our heating oil. So we have to keep pumping until it's down there, almost at the combustion chamber. It's a one-time process. And once you've done it, then of course, you won't have to do it again next time. So I think that the rest of the material will gradually bleed out when it is injected carefully through the nozzle. Then I would say I'll go ahead and hook up the remaining part. And after that, we will see together if the device actually runs as expected or if there are any issues that need to be addressed. So this is how it should stand here for me. I've connected the exhaust pipe. It goes outside. I made a hole through the wall so it goes to the outside. Because the exhaust fumes shouldn't be in the room, you'll poison yourselves. They have to go out. So the warm air pipe, I still have to screw it tight. And then we can already get started. So what I haven't shown yet, which is also part of the accessories, is this air direction distributor. This goes right on the very end of the pipe, fitting securely in place. And then I can easily adjust the air direction accordingly using this adjustable nozzle. Now, I have the option here to turn the device on via the control element here on the device by pressing it for a short time. And then the blower already starts running. Here you can see the blue lines. That means the chamber is ventilated. At some point, the glow plug is added, turns on, and eventually red lines appear here. Then the combustion begins. But I can also do the same in the app. Now, we still have the option to start the device via the app, or just with this handheld remote control that we also have here. But yeah, of course, we want to start the device with the app now. For that, we naturally have to download and install it first. And after that, you can connect to the device. So once you've done that, you basically just need to press heat at the bottom right. Then another question pops up, asking if you really want to activate the device. You confirm that. That's to make sure you don't turn it on by mistake. And then the ignition actually begins now. You can see it at the top. Those red lines are starting to move. First, as I said, the air is let into the combustion chamber to blow out any potential residues or something like that. And then at some point, the glow plug is activated and the diesel fuel is injected. And then the combustion gets going. So you can observe that nicely here on the right in the app. We currently have the aluminum body at 46 degrees. And what we can say about the app for now, until the ignition starts at some point, is that you can, of course, adjust a few things via the little wheel at the top right, like the altitude compensation. That's for when you're in the Alps with your caravan at 1,000 meters. Then you have to set it here using plus or minus. Then you can also choose between Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius. You can change languages and so on. So there's also user help. Yeah, you can just turn all of that on via the app. We have different modes, meaning we have the option for temperature and also automatic start-stop, which means when the temperature is reached, then the heater turns off. If the temperature is too low again, then it automatically turns back on. So, but now we're going into the step mode here, and now let's take a look at the clock. We've currently had about 2 minutes 15 on the video clock, so that means until 3:15. Then the manufacturer says an operating temperature of at least 100 degrees coming out of the pipe here. Warm air is already reached after a very short time, so then I'll take my nice thermometer here in hand. I hope you can see it a little bit. Currently we have 33 degrees warm air coming out here. That's not so much yet, but we still have a little bit of time. We now have about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to reach 100 degrees. Right now, it feels like there's just a gentle breeze in the air, similar to the soft flow you might feel from a hairdryer set on a low, cool setting. Maybe even a bit colder than that. The air carries a slight chill, but slowly and steadily, you can sense it getting warmer as time goes by. You can also see here on the heatsink, the aluminum heatsink, on the heat exchanger, so to speak, it's already reached 80 degrees. Now 45-degree warm air is already arriving here. I don't know, can you see it? I can also hold it up a little bit higher here. So now it's going up massively, 65 degrees, 67 degrees. We still have 1 minute and 15 seconds to reach 100 degrees. But I think the heater will manage that without any problems. Yes, still 1 minute and 10 seconds left, and we've almost reached 100 degrees already. So it gets up to temperature relatively quickly. Now I have to move my fingers away a bit because it's getting quite warm now. So you see, really hot air is coming out of the device here. So that really works great. Yes. Now I'd like to run the whole thing on level 1 because the device is supposedly not that loud, so that you can sleep comfortably and well right next to it. So currently it's relatively loud on higher levels, so sleeping probably isn't so great there, but we're going to turn it down now and then we'll see how that affects the noise. And now, as you can hear, we're currently on level 1 and we're at approximately 59 to 60 decibels, which is the sound level being measured right now. If I'm quiet now and don't talk, then you can see that too. Well, that's obviously not quiet, that has to be said clearly, but I think it's still bearable. If you're really cold, that will probably be tolerated then too, since comfort is more important than a little bit of noise. If the device is outside, of course, then you probably won't have the problem of it being annoying, because the sound will dissipate into the open air and be much less noticeable. Yes, all in all, I think I've shown you a bit about the device now for those who are interested. Check out the video description where I've linked this Hcalory diesel heater. And with that, I'll wish you a great day, take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.